Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the final sixth episode to my series called How to Stop. And in this episode, I really want to cover a topic of how to stop being a victim, how to stop that victim mindset. And I know I already have a video on how to stop being a victim and take back your power, which you can go ahead to my channel and watch. But this topic I think is so important that I have so many things to say, so many things to share with you so that you actually stop acting like everything is happening to you and you're like sitting and just asking, oh God, why me? Does it always have to be me going through bad things, like being unlucky, being a loser, always losing, always doing that? I want you to stop doing that so much because I see a lot of people in my life going through that. I went a lot through that victim mindset that actually ruined so many good years for me. And it does ruin your years, it does ruin your life. If you don't stop that victim mindset right now, chances are it is going to ruin your life. So if you want to take back your power and finally take responsibility for your life and realize you are the creator, keep watching this video. And while we're on the topic, and I didn't forget mentioning this before finishing this video, you can go ahead and grab your PDF file, a mini guide on how to stop your victim mindset and take back your life. It's just a mini guide that can help you to take the first step towards that goal. And now let's get to the video itself. So I want to begin with telling you about a person in my life who is always complaining about things in his life, okay? And he's sitting and constantly talking about how things happen to him and he's a victim. Like he always goes like, oh, why does this happen to me exactly? Like, why does it happen to me, not to other people? Why do they win and I don't win ever? Like, why do I lose all the time? And so he goes and goes asking those questions and always feeling like life is just unfair to him. It's just the way it is and he can't do anything with it, period. Like, that's the way things are. And honestly, it comes to the point when you get so sick and tired of hearing those complaints, of constantly supporting the person and telling them, you know, life doesn't happen to you. You are the creator of your life. If you are experiencing stuff in your reality right now, chances are you have manifested all those things into your life. And it's not like somebody else came and manifested those things for you. Not like somebody else came and thought bad thoughts, thought victim mindset thoughts, and manifested that life for you. Nobody is at fault for what is going on with you in your life. And I'm not saying you are at fault with what's going on in your life, but I'm saying that you have control of that. You have responsibility. Like, you have to take 100% responsibility for your life. And when you finally realize that every single thing that is happening in your life is actually what's coming out of here, you will finally stop blaming circumstances, events, other people, like anything external in your failures, in the things that you do not want to see in your reality. I swear, you guys, I myself set myself high goals all the time. I always strive higher and I set myself such huge goals that I have to actually take action. I have to actually work towards them and do stuff, okay? But then at times when it doesn't work, first of all, nobody promised you it would work from the first time. People always say, successful people always say, failure is a part of success. You cannot succeed in anything before first failing, before first being super bad in it, because you learn from being bad, you learn from being new, you learn from being cringe, because those things are super normal to do. It's normal to be new at something, it's normal to be cringe, it's normal to try and fail, but at least you are doing. And so my point here was that when I would fail and fail and fail, and I would already lose hope that it would actually work out for me, that it would actually happen, I would sit and, like the wish, the willingness to feel sorry for myself is so high. Like, I want to sit and think, oh, why does it happen to me? Why doesn't it work for me? Why did it work for so many people, but it doesn't work for me? Why? And so on. Like, I can sit and cry and feel sorry for myself and be like, this is so unfair, everyone's winning in life, everyone's up to something, and I'm not, and it doesn't work for me. I set myself this goal and I work toward it, but it doesn't work for me. I fail all the time. Why? And I'm like on the verge of giving up. But really, at those times, I feel like, first of all, I'm disgusted when I feel sorry for myself. Because that's actually the last thing you want to be doing in your life, feeling sorry for yourself. The last thing. Like, this is so pathetic, and okay, this will never bring you anything, okay? Ask yourself, if I feel sorry for myself right now, or let's say if I give up on my goals, on my life right now, would I feel better? Would I feel better about everything? No, actually, you will feel like a total loser, okay? You will actually admit to your own self that you are a fucking loser, and that's all that is going to happen. And do you remember how in my previous videos I would talk about how when I was at uni and I was failing so many subjects, so many classes, and I felt like there was no way I would graduate. I felt like there is no actual way out of here, out of that situation, because things were getting worse and worse and worse, and I felt so sorry for myself at uni, and I would constantly just meet up with friends and I would always complain about that to them. I would always go and complain about all these things to my parents, to my family members. I would always come up to the topic that it's so difficult to study there, it's so difficult, like math is difficult, I can't do this, I can't do economics, like I can't do finances, it's so fucking difficult. And I would constantly say that. I would constantly say my professors aren't fair because they do this, like they give me this material in the class and then they give me 10 times more difficult problems on exams, and that was so unfair, and blah blah blah. And I would constantly complain. And you know what, even in my diary I would always write how it was unfair and how it was difficult and how I was so fucking tired of it and I wanted this to end finally. And of course I saw no way like giving up on my studies. I needed the degree, okay? And you know what, at one point I was like, okay, it lasted for 1 year. It lasted like the second year of my studies were total hell, and it lasted for that single year until I realized, can you please stop doing that? Because honestly, I was fucking sick and tired of my own self. I cannot stress this enough, how I myself was tired from all of that, okay? And even though it was so difficult at first to give up complaints, to give up that negativity, because I would constantly look at my reality, see failure after failure, and it was really like I was losing hope. Like there was actually no hope anymore at that time. And but I had to do something. I had to at least give up complaints, at least give up negativity, okay? Because that wasn't happening to me. That was actually something I manifested into my life. Maybe I didn't sit down and visualize myself failing all the fucking time, but I did manifest that into my life. Okay, like every single thing, positive or negative, success or failure, whatever you experience in your life is something you yourself created, and nobody is at fault at what is going on with you in your life. And you have to stop that fucking victim mentality if you want to get out of the situation and finally lead a happy life. You have to finally realize that you yourself are responsible for every single thing in your life if you want your life to become better, if you want to stop feeling like a fucking loser, if you want to finally feel like a creator of your life and actually create, then you have to do something. You have to take the first step, okay? And the first step can be super different for every single person, because we all experience different situations in our lives. But in my case, it was just stop complaining, just stop writing in your journal that it was difficult for you and so on. Just stop, okay? For me, it was just stop it, and it wasn't simple. Like, I know it sounds simple to stop complaining, to stop that negativity, but it wasn't simple for me. It was super difficult, okay? Because I would automatically I would want to start complaining to people, to whoever I saw first in my life, and I would just get the urge to take my diary and write down how things were unfair to me, how everything was falling apart and I saw no way out of here. And at the same time, there was this pressure of enjoying your life while you're this young and so on and so forth, and it was so difficult, but I had to do it if I wanted to finally feel like a creator and not like a fucking loser. And that's what I'm saying to you right now. You need to figure out what is your first step out of the situation that you are right now living. And it can be anything, okay? It can be even stopping negative self-talk. There are so many times that we talk to ourselves negatively. Oh, I'm so stupid when something doesn't work out. Oh, I'm not pretty. I can't even look myself in the mirror. Oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. And other people are succeeding, and so on and so on and so forth. And you're just criticizing yourself, and you're just saying these bad things to yourself. And oh, come on, guys. This is literally time to step out of that victim mindset, of that, stop being your own enemy. Like, literally, you talking to yourself like that is you being your own enemy. And I always say this, you have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own biggest cheerleader, because at the end of the day, you are the only person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And you cannot run away from your own self. You can run away from anyone in your life and anything, but you cannot run away from your own self. So you better build that nice communication with yourself and start saying nice things to yourself, even if you don't believe it at first. Nothing is easy to do at first, and you have to accept that. Because I had to accept that too. I felt like, I would watch a motivational video on YouTube, just like you are right now doing, and I would get so inspired to change my life, to start talking positively to myself, to start loving myself, to take responsibility for my life, to visualize my goals every single day and doing something and communicating with other people and so on. Like, I would feel so inspired. But then when I would just get out of YouTube, I would sit and I was like, okay, so what's the step? So what do I have to do right now? And I would be stuck, because it was so difficult to actually take the step, to actually do something, because it felt unfamiliar, it felt uncommon. Like, I never did that before. I never changed my life before. I never set positive, nice things to my own self. So it was so fucking difficult to do. How much do you want to change? How much you want to create change in your life? This is a question you need to be asking yourself right now if you're feeling super uninspired to change it. For starters, you may want to remind yourself that you know the law of attraction, you know the law of assumption, you know the law of the universe, that you are the creator of your life actually, and that you can manifest a completely new life for yourself. If you had the power to manifest this life that you are experiencing right now, then you have the power to change it. You have the power to manifest a brand new life for yourself. And when you realize that, your victim mentality just fades away, it goes away, because you finally see yourself for who you are. You finally see things for what they are. Because literally, there are so many people that blame their parents at their, like, in their failures, in their stuff. But if you look at the most successful people in the world, they started with nothing. They came from nothing. They didn't have supportive family, they didn't have supportive friends, they didn't have people that could help them make it in their life. They had only themselves. And guess what? They used that. They started where they were, they used what they had, even if it was nothing, but they started. They actually started doing things. So what is the point in blaming your parents in your failure? Nobody is guilty in anything that you are going through right now. And if you want to find someone that is at fault, then look at yourself in the mirror and you will find that person. But really, I'm not here to just say bad things to you, that you are at fault in what's going on in your life. No, I'm here to open your eyes to see that you are creating your life. And whether you're sitting right now and feeling sorry for yourself and thinking, why me, God, why me? Why does it has to happen to me all the time? Why? You are manifesting more of those things into your life. How can you not see that? How can you not realize that? And if you just start changing whatever you are thinking, whatever you are telling yourself, you will start noticing change, okay? And another thing that is so important here is that you become grateful for everything you have in your life. See, the person who has a victim mentality is the person who is ungrateful for everything, okay? If you are grateful for every single detail in your life, even the phone that you're watching this video from, if you're grateful for the smallest things, for the internet connection, for the air, for the sun shining, or for the birds chirping, I don't know, for everything, if you can find yourself being grateful for those things, you already will stop feeling like you're a victim in your life. You will, because the feeling of gratitude brings you so much joy and belief that you are blessed, that God loves you, and that is why He blesses you with all these beautiful things, with all these things that you can look out of your window and see the sun shining and see children running on the street and cycling and screaming and laughing and doing stuff. And you will see that it's beautiful, that it's joyful, and maybe it's just for one moment, but you will find yourself being so grateful for this that you will forget about all of your problems and finally see that the world is so much bigger than your problems, that you can actually right now decide that your problems do not define you, that nothing that happens to you or upsets you right now does not define you, that it is just something that will pass away if you focus on the good right now. If you decide to bring your focus to something that is positive and beautiful and amazing, then you will attract that into your life. And if you keep on doing that, you will keep manifesting more and more beautiful things into your life. And actually, you know what? I want you to sit down and Write down the life that you want to lead, the life that feels beautiful to you. For example, even if you don't know what you want in your life, you can write down, you know what? I want my life to feel peaceful. I want my life to feel exciting, adventurous. I don't know, you come up with stuff. You can just write down how you want your life to feel. That's how you become precise on what you want from your life. And then you go ahead and start focusing on the things that are those that you wrote down. And right now, maybe you're watching this video to just hear the actual words that you can change your life and you have the power to change it. And if it's so, then I'm so grateful that I'm filming this video because there were so many YouTubers that helped me go through difficult times just by saying, you can change your life, you have to take the responsibility. And that's why I'm here helping you too. And I want you to take that first step, just like I said. Take that first step that will get you out of your condition. And you know what? Each day, choose consciously to focus on the good. And if it's so difficult to focus on the good, sit down and write 3 things that you're grateful for. 3. It's not a lot, just 3 things every single day. And then at the end of the week, open that notebook or wherever you wrote those things down and reread them. And feel like you are so blessed. And one more thing that I want to share with you, and it really helped me so much. When I was manifesting change in my life, a super beautiful change, I felt like it was so huge, it was so big, it would take me a lot of time and so on, and I had to work so much for that change. And when I was losing hope, I was sitting and it was so difficult for me. And then I was like, stop right there. And I took pen and paper and I started writing down 100 things that I'm grateful for. And trust me, I was at 50s maybe. I was like, oh, what to write. And then I started writing the smallest details in life that actually make my life easier, and that made me feel so much better. It made me feel connected to that positive energy again, to the creator energy again. And this, I know I've talked about the power of gratitude in my previous videos that you can watch here or here. I will link it. But honestly, it's all so connected. I cannot stress this enough. I make the separate videos for how to be grateful and how gratitude can change your life, or how to manifest successfully and how you can manifest, and other things like how to love yourself and so much more. But really all these things are connected, so tight. And if you love yourself, okay, look, if you are grateful for everything in your life, if you actually take the time every single day to feel the gratitude for your life, for everything in your life, then you will realize that first of all, you are manifesting much better things into your life that feel much better than what you were experiencing before that. And then you will start feeling like you love yourself. You will start feeling like you respect yourself. You will start feeling like a magician, like you are the fairy, okay? And you have this magic powers. And you just go ahead and say, oh, I want this in my life. And then you go ahead and apply the manifestation techniques, and then you get it. And you literally manifest those things into your life. And then you feel like, oh, I'm a fucking fairy. I have magics, And then, yeah, you start loving yourself. And you feel so excited for every single day. You feel so enthusiastic, and guess what? Your victim mentality is gone. You will never sit and say, why me, God? Why does it happen to me? No, you will stop saying that. And if you're having a hard time right now, I say reminisce on all the times that manifestation really worked successfully for you. Like, you have successfully manifested things into your life by consciously sitting and visualizing those things, or writing them down, or I don't know, applying any technique that you know. Like, remind yourself of all those times, of all the times that your prayers were answered and you got the things and the people and the circumstances in your life that you prayed for. And it will give you hope, because there is always hope. You really need to want to see it. So please take that first step after finishing this video and change your life for the better. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you, and I am finally finishing my series on how to stop doing things. And yep, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.